to talk about having to change the output in my content due to toxicity on the internet. 5 years ago, when I blew up as Milligan, the personal brand started to blow up. I feel like my personal brand was so on point. I had Milligan Goods, my first business. I was always pushing the message of chasing your dreams. And then I was getting invited into schools to do talks and apply positivity to the kids. So my personal brand was so on point, positive, motivating, inspiring. I had this desire for entertainment. Eventually that put me into a box that I didn't really want to be involved in. The whole boxing stuff. When it comes to entertainment, it's perfect. I mastered being the villain. Everybody basically had an opinion on me. With that, I was in events and having to collaborate with creators I didn't want to collaborate with because, I'll say it straight, they were just bams. There were people you just don't really want to be associated with. So in real time, you're going to watch me trying to find a balance between entertainment, personal brand, and being professional. So one thing I've been slacking on is the gym. So we're out getting some fresh air, getting some steps in. And I thought, do you know what? There's beautiful scenes, there's beautiful scenery. Let's just do some push-ups. Starting back my fitness journey. Start back the gym ASAP. Get back into the gym, get back in shape. You can even see it on my face. My face is a bit puffy. I'm no longer shredded. I've got body fat that I'm unhappy with. I'll be completely honest, when I'm not in shape, it's an insecurity of mine, especially in my lower stomach. I hold that body fat just at my lower stomach. If that spreaded to my legs, I'm cool with that, but it doesn't. So I need to get back in the gym and sort that insecurity. We just came across this, so we lit a fire just for the vibes. And one thing I want to say as well, I'm in such a blessed position right now because my personal brand that I've built throughout the years, what I've been talking about, I'm at the point where I'm earning over 100,000 every year. Now to a lot of people, majority of people, that's a lot of money. It's incredible. I dreamt to be in the position that I'm in now, but I want to be a millionaire. I don't want to be making 10 grand roughly a month. I want to be making 30, 40, 50 grand a month. And I know I'll get there eventually, but it's all about consistency and hard work. Go back to my videos when I first uploaded my first YouTube video, my TikToks 5 years ago. I've always pushed the message of chasing your dreams. Like if you're watching this right now, you need to chase your dreams because chasing your dreams to me is the most important thing in the world because you've got one life. People often forget one life and you're not going to live your dream and the life you've always dreamt of because of some bampot in your hometown said so. So if you're watching this and you were a kid and you had visions and dreams, but as you grow older, it's like people push this whole get down to reality. Listen, their reality is not your reality. You need to remember that. So if you've got a dream and you've got a vision, that's your reality and you could make that reality. These people that are laughing at you for even thinking about doing something, or you've started something, you've got people laughing at you and you now want to give up. These people are not going to be in your life in the next 5 years. They're not even going to be in your thought system in 10 years. But yet you want to stop now and give up your whole entire dream life because someone in your hometown is telling you no. Fuck that. You've got one dream. You should dedicate your one life to achieving that dream. You've heard the saying, if you hang around 3 idiots, you'll become the 4th. If you hang around 4 junkies, you'll end up being the 5th. It's the same with success and chasing your dreams. Not even necessarily success. Let's take that out of the equation. That will come when you start chasing your dream. But if you hang around 3 people that are constantly getting up and chasing their dream, you'll then chase your dream. Because that's what you're surrounded by. That's exactly the environment you're in. And if you're in an environment you think is holding you back, you need to get away from that environment. And I'm not saying, oh, just leave your friends behind. You need to distance yourself and listen to help you escape that environment, become motivated, watch motivational videos on YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. Feeling motivated always helps. Obviously, discipline comes into play and you need to be disciplined to actually go and put in the work. 100%. But motivation to get you out that shitty environment is important. If you're feeling pumped up right now, listening to this and think, fuck, Kaz is right, man, I need to go fucking chase my dream. Start right now. Maybe you want to start a brand. Go look at manufacturers. Go look at how to start a Shopify website. So just start, man, and go watch motivational videos every single fucking night if you need to. Oh, right. I've got my amaretti on the rocks. This is what I like to do when it comes to the evening time. Relax, non-alcoholic, and just chill. Since we've just been having a little one-to-one motivational chat, I want to tell a quick story. One of my friends, who's a millionaire, James Moore, the owner and founder of RMDY Clothing, Remedy Clothing, he once told me to just start. And that stuck with me because a few minutes ago we were outside, I was just telling you, just chase your dreams. But I've noticed a lot of people that come to me for coaching or advice, they always say, oh, but I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to wait until this thing happened or whatever that may be. Just start. Now, James said that to me 5 years ago when I was wanting to launch my first business, Milligan Goods. And when I was wanting to launch it, I says to him, oh, I'm waiting on this though. A week goes by. James will phone me. When are you launching? When's your launch date? Well, I need to wait on this. I need to wait on... He was like, Kaz, just launch. Because if you wait until the perfect moment, you'll never launch. The perfect moment never exists. You need to just go, just start. Whatever you want to do, you need to just start. Because if you start perfect, there's no an inspiring story. There's no a journey for the consumer, customer, viewer to go along on and watch you grow to perfection. Because you're already there, so there's nothing for the consumer to watch. It's like my saying, I've got a quote, right? And my quote is, you want to write a book and a movie, not a magazine and an episode. And what I mean by that when I say that to people is, for example, you want to start social media and you start, right? And you blow up and reach your goals in 1 year. And you then wanted to motivate people and write a book and tell that story. It's going to be this size. It's going to be a magazine. If you want to write a movie's not going to be there. It's going to be a small 30-minute episode because you just skyrocketed to the top perfectly. There's nothing there. There's no depth to it. So me, I always wanted to reach 100 grand a year. It took me like 8 or 9 years to get there. From when I wanted to achieve it to when I did achieve it, maybe about 7 years. But that 7 years, I've got such an inspiring story. I've got so many ups and downs. There's so many untold stories as well that one day I could then, talk about that. Now, I've still got another 40 years of my business journey, my entrepreneurship, because I know if I have all these ups and downs and I continue to grow, because I'm not yet at a position where I can say I've made it. I'm just not. But once I'm there, whenever that may be, there's going to be such a long story. So when I do want to write about it and talk about it, it's a book and a movie. There's more depth to it and it's more inspiring and it's more of a journey. So just start and then work towards perfection and have your customer, consumer or viewer to go on that journey with you. Then they'll build a better connection with you. If you ask any millionaire or billionaire what their biggest regret is when they were younger, I can guarantee you they'll say that they never dreamed big enough. And they'll tell you to be delusional. They don't know your vision, they don't know the work you're going to put in, so just be fucking delusional. But whilst being delusional, you also need to actually put in the work and manifest. Now, manifestation is obviously a big topic the past 5 to 10 years now. But if you do it right, it's going to happen. And you can't force it. For example, I always dreamed and visualized me making 100 grand a year. Now, I never thought, right, 100 grand a year, how do I get there? I need to do that. Yes, planning's good, but I knew what made me happy, making content. I picked up skills in marketing. So then I started obviously building a social media presence. And then a few years down the line, 100 grand came. I remember even small things from manifestation, small things. I remember visualizing myself hitting the gym with a Mercedes parked outside. I don't know why, I must have watched a video and I seen a guy walk out the gym into a Merc. I thought, fuck man, that looks sick. Like, fair enough, that's like, a lot of people do that. But I was a bum, I was broke at the time. And then a year ago, got myself a Mercedes, a gym membership. Fair enough, I've been slacking on the gym now. But I walked out the gym, unlocked my car, and I goes, fuck. Fair enough, it's no 100 grand Mercedes, right? It was still just a 10 grand car. But I manifested that moment. That moment came to life because I manifested it. Now, a lot of negative people think of manifestation, think, oh, you can't just think of something and it happens. Well, no shit. You also need to put in the work and strategize. And low key, if you're working towards it, it will happen. If you're constantly thinking of it, it will happen. Like, I manifested, for example, a modern house like this. I live in a beautiful home, 3-bedroom, upstairs, downstairs, I've never had a driveway in my life. I've never had 2 bathrooms in my life growing up. Now I've got 2 bathrooms and a driveway. Small things like that. Haters will be watching this thinking, oh, I've got a driveway. I don't give a fuck. That's what made me happy. I've never had that shit before. I don't want to get too deep into manifestation. If you want to hear about that in another video, let me know in the comments. But manifestation's real, man. If you visualize something and you put your life into it, and I mean you need to put every spare fucking minute of your life into working towards it, it's going to happen, and it will happen. One thing I had to do as well to lock in was to stop drinking. Obviously, now I drink a non-alcoholic brand, but I had to stop drinking. I speak about this more in depth on my documentary on my YouTube channel, you can watch that, but so many distractions. Even if you go out once a week, don't expect to build a multi-million pound company or even make it if you're going out once a week. Scrap the idea of making it if you're doing that. And by the way, I'm also not saying to not enjoy your 20s. If you're in your early 20s and you're no fussed about making it right now, cool, go and enjoy it. But this video is no for people like that. This video is for you, people who want to fucking chase their dream and make it. Quit the drinking. And a lot of people say, well, oh, I want to enjoy my 20s. Here's something in fact. I've always said this. People that say, I want to enjoy my 20s because I don't want to be older and regret blah, blah, blah. The people that enjoy their 20s are the same people who are fucking broke and depressed, struggling to pay their rent when they're in their late 30s or in their 40s with 2 kids running around thinking, how the fuck am I going to put food on the table next week? So would you rather enjoy your 20s and be in that situation, or say fuck the drink, lock the fuck in, enjoy your work, because if you build a company or do something you love, you're still going to enjoy your 20s, and would you rather be 40 on a fucking yacht? I know where I'd rather be. Now listen, I never started properly locking in and chasing my dream when I was about 24. I'm 29 now. From 20 to 24, I had a mad 4 years. I enjoyed my 20s. I was out drinking 5 times a week, non-stop. Low-key ruining my life. I was a bum. I was out doing drugs, drinking, wasting away. Nobody would ever have looked up to me during that time because all I was doing was caring about drink, partying, girls. That's all I cared about. And fair enough, I enjoyed my early 20s. So if you look in at some point in your 20s, then calm. I obviously can't say look in at 20. I can in fact. Learn from my mistakes. At the position I'm in right now at 29, I could have been in when I was 24. I could have been a millionaire now. But listen, we can't rewrite the past. I learned a lot from that. And of course, that then led to depression, which obviously led me to God. So thank God for that situation. If you want to hear more about that, watch my documentary. But I'm going to wrap that video up now, this video up now. If you enjoyed this style of content as well, please let me know. Make sure to subscribe and let me know what type of content you want to see next. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want to see? As you can see, this is more a cinematic feel, more grown content. So let me know in the comments and I'll see you next time.